మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి వినండి. క్లియర్? So what is meant by physical pendulum? Any body which can perform SHM is called as a physical pendulum. Clear, no? So when weight is acting here, when body is arranged like this, then there is no restoring force. In this condition I can say restoring force is 0. Clear, no? But if I take this angle by a small angle of theta, then this weight mg I can split into two components, mg cos theta and mg sin theta. So this mg sin theta is responsible for providing the restoring force. Understood, Nama? So therefore I can say restoring force is provided by whom here? Restoring force is provided by mg sin theta. Are you able to understand? And mg sin theta will act at the center of mass of the body. No, this is the position of center of mass. Okay. So therefore mg sin theta is providing how much amount of torque? Can you see? Restoring torque produced by this mg sin theta is how much? This is the position of center of mass. How much will be the restoring force? So restoring torque formula F into R only, no? Theta is already 90 degrees, F into R. So what is the restoring force? Restoring force is mg sin theta. Okay. And R means perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation, no? Which is the axis of rotation? This one. So force is applied at what angle, at what position? This position. What is this distance? This distance we have already assumed to be small m. Clear, no? So substitute here, multiplied by small m. L is the distance between point of application of restoring force and the axis of rotation. Clear, no? And here also let us take sin theta is very small. Sin theta is very small such that sin theta is almost equal to theta. Understood, no? Therefore what I can write mg into theta multiplied by L is equals to torque produced, and torque is also equal to I into alpha also, no? Torque I into alpha also. So therefore what is alpha value which I got? So therefore alpha value which I got is mgl theta divided by I. Clear, no? So this is the angular acceleration which is produced. And I don't know moment of inertia of this body, no? Because this body can be any body. If it is a rod, its moment of inertia will be different. If it is a disc, its moment of inertia will be different. Clear, no? So I cannot substitute I value here. But what I can do, I can compare with this one with alpha is equals to omega square into theta. The defining equation of SHM in angular motion is equal to omega square into theta. Therefore what is omega square? Omega square is mgl divided by I. So therefore what is omega? Root mgl divided by I. Clear, no? So omega is nothing but 2 pi by capital T. So therefore what is T, ma? T is equals to how much? 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi root I by mgl. Clear, no? So this is the equation for time period of any physical pendulum. Okay? Any pendulum, any body. This is the equation, 2 pi root I by mgl. Understood, Nama? So if I ask you one question based on this one, try to answer it. Clear? Completed, no, this one? So this is a uniform rod, ma? Length of the rod is L, mass of the rod is capital M. And where is the axis of rotation? Axis of rotation is not present at the end of the rod. It is present at a distance of L by 4 from the end of the rod. Clear, now? Then if I disturb this one, then this also starts performing simple harmonic motion, no? It starts performing about the axis of rotation. Okay. Here what is the formula for SHM? Time period of SHM already we have calculated, no? So 2 pi root I divided by mgl. This is what we have studied, no? I by mgl. Now the question is mass I know, G value I know, L and I values I have to calculate. Where will be the position of center of mass, ma? Center of mass will be exactly at the geometrical center, no? Clear, no? It will be somewhere here. This is the position of center of mass. So therefore if this distance is L by 4, this distance also will be L by 4 only, because center of mass will be exactly at the middle. And here total weight of the body appears to be concentrated. Total mass and total weight appears to be concentrated at that position. Okay. Therefore what is small l? Small l is the distance between center of mass and this axis of rotation, no? So what is this distance? capital L divided by 4. One value we have calculated. Now let us calculate moment of inertia. Okay, ma? Moment of inertia of this rod I am supposed to calculate. Okay, ma? See, ma, when axis is present at the center, then what is the formula for moment of inertia of a uniform rod? ml square divided by 12. This is the equation. Clear, no? But axis, is it present at the center? No, it is present somewhere at a distance of L by 4. Clear, no? Ma? So therefore, if this is the rod, so center of mass is here, but axis of rotation is here. Okay? So about this axis, I know the moment of inertia, ml square by 2. But about this axis, I want moment of inertia. No? So these two axes, how they are? Are they parallel to each other? This axis and this axis, they are parallel to each other. No? Ma? Therefore, use parallel axis theorem. What is parallel axis theorem? Parallel axis theorem. Okay, ma? Parallel axis theorem says that I is equals to I center of mass plus md square. This is parallel axis theorem, no? I center of mass plus md square. I center of mass. At the center of mass, what is the moment of inertia? ml square by 12. So ml square divided by 12 plus m. D means what? Distance between both the axes. What is the distance between both axes? L by 4. So L by 4 whole square. Okay. So if you do this calculation, you will get I value. Once you get I value, you substitute in this relation, you will get the total time of oscillation. That's it. Understood, no? So therefore, ml square divided by 12 plus ml square divided by 16. What is the LCM of 12 and 16, ma? 16 2s are 32, 16 3s are 48. 16 3s are how much, ma? 32? 48 element. So 12 4s are 48. So I can take 48. So 12 4s are 4 ml square plus 16 3s are 3 ml square. Clear, no? So total how much? 7 ml square divided by 48. So this is the moment of inertia of this rod. Okay. So take this moment of inertia and substitute here. So therefore T is equals to 2 pi root. Moment of inertia is 7 ml square divided by 48 divided by mass of the body is m, g value is g, and what is L value? L value is L by 4. Now do this total calculation. That is my required answer. Mass get cancelled, and one L and another L also get cancelled. Remaining calculation you do it. Clear, Nama? That's it. Last concept in simple harmonic motion is torsional pendulum. See ma here. So this is some metallic wire or any wire which has some torsion. Torsion means what? See ma, if I pull the string, tension will develop. No? If I pull any string, tension develops. Similarly, if I rotate a string, torsion develops. Understood? No? Okay, wire ni baga chuttu unnaru anukondi. Again, if you release this one, it will try to regain its original shape and size. Nama. That is called as the tension which is developed in rotational motion. You can call it as torsion. Clear? No? So torsional constant of this string, let it be K. What is K here? K is called as torsional constant. Clear, no? So what I am doing, I am rotating this disc or any mass continuously. I am rotating this one. Then some amount of torsion will develop in this wire. Now if I release this one, again it will try to rotate now. It will come to the mean position. So by the time it reaches the mean position, its angular velocity will be maximum. Just like in previous SHM. By the time body comes to the mean position, its velocity will be maximum. No? Here this is a concept of rotation. No? So rotational velocity will be maximum. That is angular velocity will be maximum by the time it reaches to the mean position. So it cannot stop at the mean position. It will again continue to rotate. Are you able to understand? So it means now torsion develops in opposite direction. Clear? No? So like this continuously this also starts performing a rotational SH. Understood? No? So therefore if I rotate this one, in this if I rotate this one and if I release, then this body will experience this much amount of torque. So torque is equals to K into theta. Okay. And one more equation for torque is I into alpha, no? I into alpha. So therefore what is alpha value? Alpha value is equals to K into theta divided by I. Okay. Or you can write K by I multiplied by theta. Okay. So this you compare with angular SHM. What is angular SHM? A is equals to omega square into theta, no? So if you compare both of them, what is omega here? Omega is how much? Omega is root K by I. This is the omega value, no? So once you know omega value, you can calculate time period, 2 pi by capital T. So therefore, capital T is how much more? 2 pi divided by root k by I. So it is 2 pi root I by k. Okay. So this is the equation for a time period of this oscillation. If I twist this one by a small angle and if I release this one. See, here also in this formula, this time period is independent of theta. Clear now? So what is the angle by which how much you are rotating? Time period doesn't depend on that. Time period depends on only what? Depends only on moment of inertia of this body and torsional constant of this thread. Understood? That's it. So this is our concept which is called